was born and raised in a country that no longer exists, the former Soviet Union. Today I'm known as Helen, but I grew up with the name Alyona. As a child, I lived under pretty harsh conditions. I remember running water for only a few hours a day. I hated standing in long lines with my parents to buy bread, milk, and desperately hoping they wouldn't run out. My family did not have a dishwasher, microwave, or a laundry machine. I didn't even know what dishwasher was. I had to walk to school for 40 minutes, and some days the weather plummeted to 12 degrees. Well, some days I took a tram part of the way, but they were overcrowded and rarely on time. I studied so hard, but I couldn't get into the university to earn my degree in English because my family had no connections and because I was Jewish. Jews were often deprived of opportunities and privileges that other people had. In 1992, when I was 17, my family decided to move to the United States as political refugees. In the Soviet Union, I couldn't tell my friends about my Jewish ethnicity because they would insult me or be physically abusive. I couldn't celebrate Jewish holidays. It was forbidden. Also, we knew that economy was much better in America, and there were far more opportunities for me and my family. So I was very happy we were moving to the United States. When I came here, it was a total culture shock. My first year in America was really hard. During one of our family first trips to the grocery store, at the register, the cashier asked, "Do you have a visa?" And worried, we said we'd be right back. And we were asked to get our visa, admitting us to the United States. At times in the Soviet Union, you had to present a passport to buy food that was limited. I made friends with some Americans, and one time I visited a friend at a restaurant, and as we were leaving, the hostess said, "Well, you all come back." So I turned around and started walking back. I figured I forgot something. And also measurements were very confusing. We used kilograms, kilometers, and Celsius in the Soviet Union. So one of the first times I got disoriented was ordering a sandwich at a Subway. They asked if I wanted a 6-inch or 1 foot, and I said I wanted 6 feet. And then my grandmother put something in the oven and turned it on 200 degrees, and 2 hours later it didn't bake. Yet in Celsius, it would bake pretty good. I thought I knew language quite well, but quickly found out I had a lot to learn. My first job in America was at Pizza Hut answering phones. Everyone had to wear uniforms, so my manager asked me to put on a hat. Now, my long hair was sticking out, so he said I have to pull it up. I didn't have anything to hold it with, so I asked him, "Do you have an extra rubber?" Unfortunately, he was far away, so I had to be loud, and the whole store went laughing like crazy. I didn't know why they were laughing, and then the manager asked, "You need one right now?" And my family was also still learning to pronounce words correctly. So one day when the fan wasn't working in our bathroom, my grandpa called the office and said something I'm sure they'll never forget. Instead of fan, he said, "I have a problem. I have no fun in the toilet." In 1993, I went to Richland College and later to UTD to get a business administration degree. I remember one time missing a question on the government test. It was, does the Congress have the power to oversee president's appointments? This was during Clinton's time. The only meaning of appointment I knew was meeting someone. So I answered no, because I knew they didn't tell him when to see Monica Lewinsky. And also at Richland, my most embarrassing story happened. One guy asked me what clothes people wear in Russia. Well, I was trying to tell him that until 1970s, women wore skirts and dresses and only men wore pants. But similar English words sounded the same to me. So I replied, well, until 1970s, Russian women did not wear panties. Well, he was shocked. So I figured I said something wrong, but when I knew, I begged him not to tell his friends. And one day, when I was studying at UTD, a friend said he was going to a bachelor party. And I said, oh, I'll have one too when I graduate. And I thought it meant party when you get your degree. So. And my second job was for an investment securities broker. Many awkward stories happened there because of my weak grasp of English idioms and homophones. One time, I accidentally insulted my boss. He asked me if I knew what Wiener means. I didn't know such a word. I only knew winner. So trying to pay him a compliment, I said, sure I know what Wiener is. It's you. I have definitely had my share of embarrassing stories as I have tried to improve my English and learn more about this culture. It's hard to believe 21 years have passed since I came to the United States. I've never been back to what is now Ukraine. Maybe someday I will. But for now, I'm truly happy to live here. America has allowed me to be openly Jewish, and I was able to get my degree at the university. I met my dear husband of 16 years here in Dallas, and we're able to live separately from our parents, while back in my old country, multiple generations lived together. I truly don't take for granted the many daily conveniences I have here, such as driving a car and buying what I want. I cherish the freedom of expression that I have in America and not afraid to say what I think. During my life here, I've made many friends, and I've transformed from being a shy girl to performing on stage. I have published my poems in magazines, realizing my childhood dream. Every area of my life has blossomed since I came to Dallas. Today, I'm proud to say I love this country, and I call it my home.